Just past 10 a.m., the Corona Cero update show here in Saquarema for stop number 5 of the Challenger Series schedule. The Banco Brasil Saquarema Pro presented by Corona Cero. Beautiful day this morning on a Friday in October here in Brazil. Rio de Janeiro once again playing host to the world's greatest surfers, including those that are close to qualifying to the championship tour, here at the Challenger Series level. And we will be having a new champion on the women's side here at this event. Mitch, Maida, and Kaipo with you for the Corona Cero update show. Starting with yourself, Kaipo, obviously a monumental day for European surfing. We're going to have a new champion on the women's side, but it could potentially be Yo-Yo's or now Annette's victory right here in Saquarema.
Yeah, prediction, Nick, it's going to be a European women's champion over here.
Big deal right there, especially considering the Euroforce that we've been talking about all week long. But Maida, for Yo-Yo, she already accomplished her goal of qualifying, especially right here, a big result for her making the final already.
Yeah, for sure. And she said on the glass that she's really looking for a win on the Challenger Series to prove herself, but already qualified, so no pressure at all in this final.
Well, speaking of Yolanda, let's hear from her. She's on the glass with Manu.
Yeah, she's here and feeling confident. Yo-Yo, you came into the water against Sally. That is a big opponent. Do you feel more confident now that you are qualified to the CT? Congratulations.
Not more confident, maybe more calm. I mean, the last few days have been kind of stressful trying to clinch that spot, but now I'm quite relaxed. I mean, I knew it was going to be a hard heat, and I want to get my win. I want to win this contest. I love Saquarema so much. I want to win it really bad. So Sally was going to be a really hard draw. She's such a good competitor, and in these type of waves, she's like always really good to find like the good waves. And I kind of messed up a couple waves where I thought I could have gotten an even better score, but I managed to come back from it and do a couple of turns. But yeah, the wave's starting to die out, and I was just like praying to God that in the last 3 minutes there was nothing going to come. So I was quite lucky.
Great. Now, em português, a gente sabe, Yo-Yo, que o atleta, para chegar no nível que você tá, como o Championship Tour, tem que se preparar muito, né? Mentalmente, fisicamente, tem toda uma equipe envolvida. O que você considera que te faz estar numa fase tão boa?
Acho que a preparação nos últimos anos não é uma coisa que acontece assim de repente, é um percurso muito longo e eu já faço esse percurso há muitos anos. Eu confiava que o meu surf e o meu físico já estava lá já há muito tempo, mas agora a parte mental fez o clique o final do ano passado e eu entrei este ano já completamente confiante que eu pertenço no Tour e que agora tenho o surf e tenho o lado mental também para competir lá.
Que linda! Parabéns, congratulations, and good luck. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Manu. Her second Challenger Series final in her young career, and she is officially qualified as of yesterday for the CT for 2026, a major deal for Portuguese surfing. Yolanda Hopkins is on tour for 2026 and into the final right here in Saquarema. We started off the day with a really fun heat. It was a battle of Brazilian surfers. The former champion Samuel Pupo taking out Cauã Costa, a great surfer who has made it into the Challenger Series quarterfinals for the very first time. Kaipo, it wasn't an easy heat for the former champion. At the end, he got it done.
Yeah, but we started here with the dangerous. He came in made a quarterfinals before as a wild card. In the quarterfinals again, Costa. Obviously the most dangerous person when we look at these smaller conditions. He's loose on the backhand, he's loose on the forehand. He's got a great air game. Costa was a dangerous opponent, and you know what? Sami Pupo knew that going into this quarterfinal, but he was able to perform, Maida.
Yeah, he was a little more patient than Cauã Costa, found the best opportunities and just put his rail game on track to win that heat.
This is the important wave right here. This is a 4.1 under the priority of Cauã Costa, so a little bit of a rookie error right there for letting Sami Pupo go. Pupo turns the heat. We're going to see him in the semifinals.
Yeah, luckily for him, got a wave right in the nick of time, too. Family support on the beach. And a former champion, he's looking to win 2 out of the last 3 events here at the Challenger Series level. A big performance from him, and he is looking to make it into the top 10 at the end of the event. Results right there. Close one, but the 6-point ride, the outlier from Pupo with a 4.1 combined under priority. Costa, strong performance. Quarterfinal finish, he's got to be stoked, especially as a Banco do Brasil wildcard right here in Saquarema. But it's not over yet. We have our semifinals already determined. Samuel Pupo going to be taking on Narrabeen's Jordi Lawler. Meanwhile, Semi 2, a tough one, Maida. Oscar Berry, Eli Hanneman. That's going to be a banger.
Yeah, it will be for sure. Both of these guys, they have been ripping the whole event long. Eli Hanneman with an excellent score today and yesterday the same. So it's going to be huge.
And Oscar Berry now leading the rankings, Kaipo, after defeating Winter Vincent right there in quarterfinal number 3. Some huge news for him. The kid out of Australia, really the first year he shined in the top 10 of the Challenger Series rankings.
Yeah, he's always been a force. He's just been kind of under the radar. And now we're realizing, and I think that just comes from confidence. I feel like Oscar, I've seen him years ago, he always had that talent. It's just having that success in a jersey, and that tends to build upon itself. And I really think that's what we're seeing right now with Osberry.
Yeah, and speaking of success, 2 sisters that have been doing great throughout their young careers. It was the first time they matched up at the Challenger Series level. We were talking about Annette and Janire Gonzalez Etxabarri. First CS final for Annette in a huge moment up against Janire. And a really cool heat to watch this one, Maida.
Yeah, what a family affair right there. Actually, it wasn't that affair. They were very competitive against each other. Annette did a pretty great job, but Janire fight it pretty well as well. Look that turn, like releasing the fins. It was cool to watch.
And then Annette there right here on the backhand, Kaipo, she got it done. And biggest moment of her young career so far. She's already had a third this year, at least a second guaranteed.
Well, right here, I mean, out of the 2 sisters, the one that has the most on points right now, the one that has the most potential to qualify, I feel like Annette came up to number 12 on the live rankings. Wants to be in that top 7. She's on her way. A victory here in 10,000 points would be huge for the Bass Surfer.
There are the official results. 13 points for the younger out of the 2 sisters. Although Janire bowing out, still respectable semifinal finish. A lot of confidence being taken by her. But the surfer in red, Annette Gonzalez Etxabarri, moving through 6'8", 6'17", into her very first final right here in Saquarema, Brazil. And especially back-to-back events at Aceita and here, this is a big performance to gain some more momentum into the last 2 events of the season. Well, a big moment for us as always, looking at our finals bracket right here. We mentioned the European force. Of course, the Japanese surfer is doing very well, but our final established, we're going to have a brand new champion and first time ever either Etxabarri or Hopkins winning their first CS event, Maida.
Yeah, true, Mitch. Annette, her first final on the Challenger Series, and Yolanda with the chance of a win. It will be very great to see this European force dial here in Saquarema.
Well, a fun day so far. We are on an update show right here at the Corona Cero update show. More importantly, though, that doesn't necessarily mean that we haven't seen some good waves. And Kaipo, our Natura Kayak wave of the day, of course, very impressive once again. We are talking about the youngster out of Lahaina, Maui, Eli Hanneman, 8.17 with an incredible combo surfing on the backhand.
Eli, you know what? This guy, feel the power of freshness. 8.17, went to town on the backhand, just like Lahaina Harbor. Little lefts running down the beach here. Eli with the skill set that he knows how to attack those lefts. Has been doing it for his entire adult life and into Gromhood. 8.17, again, a high mark set by Eli Hanneman. He did that last day of competition as well. So Eli on a roll, putting together some big digits so far in competition here. He's got to be one of the favorites as we look towards the semifinals.
No doubt, and taking a look at our Dr. Peanut top 5 moments of day number 5 of competition here in Saquarema, starting off with the former champion Samuel Pupo. Literally a come-from-behind win in the dying seconds of the heat, Maida. He is our number 5 moment of day 5 so far. Flips the heat against Cauã Costa.
Yeah, he really used a different strategic from Cauã Costa, but that wave, it was a 6-point ride, and in the dying minutes of the heat, he found that one under priority and nailed a 4.1 to finish it off.
Spider-Man shooting the web, Skypo. He's looking good into potentially number 2 win out of 3 here in the last few years. Celebrating with the family on the beach. And of course, always a huge smile by Samuka. Yo-Yo's on tour. And it was a good semifinal between her and Sally Fitzgibbons, but she's already advanced into her 2nd career final here at the CS level, Kipes.
Yo, Yo-Yo, with her first chance to win a CS final, she came up after her interview saying, hey, look it, I'm on tour, but I don't feel good about on tour until I win a CS. She can do that in the final.
And
Number
speaking
3.
of potentially being on the CS Kipes, Oscar Berry, new rankings leader. Huge moment for the young Aussie at Ayamba.
Give him a couple oys. Oi, oi, oi. Oscar Berry coming through. New leader, you said, like on the rankings, but more than that, finally uncovered this talent. He's done it in the free surf. Now he's doing it in the Jersey. Would love to see this young Aussie on tour. He's getting closer.
As the Crocodile Dundee would say, needs a little bit more salt on it. Defeats Winter Vincent in the quarterfinals. He's into the semis. And a cool moment between the two young sisters, Maida. Annette Gonzalez Etxabarri defeats her older sister, Janire, into her first ever CS final here in Saquarema.
Yeah, these both girls are being involving their surfing here in Itaúna and doing better each year by year. And now Annette in her first final, Janire did a pretty great job as well.
And also, just looking at the way she was able to surf, typically, you know, on a lot of PU boards, but given the lack of size out there at the moment, Kaipo, getting something that seems to be a bit more epoxy friendly, why not? Especially with the backwash out here in Sacktown. She's moving through in her first ever final at the CS level. And our #1 moment, Dr. Peanut top 5 moments of the day so far. Eli Hanneman once again, 817. Kids on point, Kipes.
Putting down high numbers throughout this entire competition. A lot of it on the forehand with airs, backhand with snaps. Eli Hanneman into the semifinals. Like I said before, he's got to be one of the favorites if conditions remain this way to take out a win here.
And he's already won a CS event before. That was the US Open back in 2023. Cool company right there. The former World Junior champ, Finn McGill in his corner, as well as the great Chris Gallagher. Into the semis, Eli Hanneman, and looking good for a potential victory right here later on this week. So the top 5 moments are done and dusted, and we are on hold at the moment. Luckily for us, it is a beautiful beach day right here in Saquarema. 3:15 p.m. local time, our next call for a potential 3:30 p.m. start. We'll see you then. Potential finals day later on today. See you guys later.